Alright guys, good morning. So today's going to be a little different. We're going through in Libertango measures 50 to 59. The first violins, second violins, violas, and cello are all playing in unison here. Exact same notes, exact same rhythms. First violins, this section is exactly the same as measures 1 through 9, and second violins, it's exactly the same as 18 to 26. So just take a couple minutes and copy all of the markings that you put in those sections into this section. First violins, just notice that the last beat of that second ending, you do have a pickup into 59. We'll go over that tomorrow. Just make sure that you start it at the tip of the bow. So violins, you're off the hook unless you want to hear me talk to the violas and cellos about this, or you can go back and watch the original video on those sections. So later violins. Violas and cellos, so you haven't had this before. It's not too difficult. I'm just going to walk you through a couple of things to keep in mind. In my opinion, the most difficult thing about this section is the articulation. So you'll notice that you've got a line on the first note, that up bow, and then you've got dots on the following eighth notes. At this tempo we're going, it's a little difficult to get a legato up bow followed by staccato down and up after it, but just do it slowly a couple of times and I think you'll be fine. So I'm just going to walk you through the fingering. Most of it is a no-brainer, but there are a couple of measures to watch out for. So starting at 50, you can just do this in first position, and that last A can be an open, no problem. Same thing for the next measure, measure 51. Now 52 and 53, violas and cellos, you're both going to need to go into half position for this. So the fingering will be low 1 on D for D sharp, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and this is on your first finger tape, 3 for violas or 4 for cellos, still in half position. Violas, that third finger is going to go on your second finger tape. Cellos, your fourth finger is going to go on your third finger tape, wherever your F sharp would normally be. Then in measure 53, same thing, still in half position. 1, 2, 1, 2 on the A string on that first finger tape. Then 4 for cellos or 3 for violas for that F sharp. And then 1, 2. Now that last beat, that 1, 2, that D is still D sharp, okay? So the accidental lasts all the way through that measure. Then in 54, you can go back to first position and everything else is pretty much fine. Violas use fourth finger in 56 for those Ds. Cellos, there's a lot of string crossings there when you're going from C to D and back and forth in 56 and 57. So if you wanted to, you could shift up to your first finger on the G string for C, put your first finger on your fourth finger tape and go C, D, C, D, C. If you feel comfortable doing that, go for it. Otherwise, I think the string crossings will be okay. Cellos, you continue that pattern all the way through the second ending, and violas, you have the 16th note pickups with the first violins. So with your bow distribution there, violas on the second ending, that down bow beat 3/4 note, you're going to want to get all the way to the tip so that you have the full bow to do those 4 16th notes leading into 59. Dynamics wise, this whole section is forte, so I'm just going to demonstrate in slow motion this articulation. So looking at measure 50, like I said, you're starting up bow with a legato note, short for 4, and then slur. Long, short, slur. Okay, a little faster, long for the first note, long, and then closer to tempo. Okay, so that's the articulation. Now I'm going to demonstrate slowly 52 and 53. Again, this sounds the same for viola and cello. The only difference is what finger you use for that F sharp, all in half position. So slowly, 52, here's D sharp, low 1, E with your second finger on your first finger tape, back to D sharp, B straight across with your second finger on your first finger tape, and then F sharp with 3 for violas or 4 for cellos. Next measure. And then a little faster, those two measures. demonstrate the second ending for violas. You're down here on C, fourth finger for D, whole bow on the quarter, whole bow on the 16th. So, and then you'll end up at the frog for 59. And I don't think I mentioned it, but those short eighth notes, we're not going to take them off the string. It's just going to be on the string. I think for this section, once you get the hang of the long, short, 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 short articulation business, you'll be just fine. And then the half position, you know, just do it slowly if you're not used to playing in half. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and set my metronome to quarter note equals 130 and play through this, and I'll just play the viola second ending because it's different. 2, 3, 4. Second ending for violas, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Okay, happy practicing, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the very last part of this piece. Okay, basses, we're almost done. You guessed it. 50 to 59 is exactly the same as 1 through 9, so just copy and paste everything I said. In the name of consistency, I'm going to set my metronome at 130 and play through this. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Second ending, 3, 4. All right, that's it. Happy practicing, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the last part.